At 2:30, we got number 1 Alabama traveling to number 11 Florida. This is really interesting. Why is Florida ranked 11th? Can anyone explain it to me? Yeah, they destroyed Florida Atlantic and USF, but they destroyed Florida Atlantic and USF. I mean, I don't know if anyone can explain it to me. Like, Emory Jones hasn't looked great. And this wasn't a Florida team that were coming into the year saying, oh yeah, they're going to be a playoff contender. No, that was last year's Florida team. They lost so much on that offensive side of things. Now, on defense, they didn't lose that much, but guess what? Also, the defense was bad last year. It was not a good defense. So, why are they ranked 11th? Can anyone explain it to me? I honestly don't get it. At the very least, they're not almost losing like Notre Dame is each week. But like at the same very time, Virginia Tech has looked way better through 2 games than Florida. I guess Florida's looked really good, but Virginia Tech's actually had a level of competition, and I guess we'll see this week in Florida. But like they haven't decided on their QB yet. Like there is still so much drama in Florida. If you don't know your starting quarterback after week two, yeah, for definite, for sure, then I don't know what's happening there. I think there's serious problems with your organization. Now, I understand they're both solid, but there's a saying, if you have 2 quarterbacks, you have no quarterback. Now, there are rare exceptions to this rule, like when Arkansas State, for instance, runs one of the most effective 2 quarterback systems I've ever seen. They'll put up 400 yards of offense per game, and it's insane. That's one of the few exceptions. They have 2 quarterbacks. You do not. If you have 2 quarterbacks, you have no quarterback. And that's what I believe for this Florida team. Alabama, it's a really good team. I don't know what else to say about that. There's a saying about Alabama, they don't rebuild, they reload, and that is literally the most on-point statement ever about Alabama. You look at them, they lost their starting quarterback from last year. They lost their starting running back from last year. They lost their top 2 receivers. You lost an offensive lineman in the first round. I mean, like, you lost a lot on offense and defense. You lost a second-round defensive tackle. You lost a Patrick Surtain who went top 10. I mean, it's like, you lose so much. And if it's any other team but Alabama, you're not going to do great the following year. But it's Alabama, and they just like, okay, we lost Mac Jones, here comes Bryce Young. Okay, we lost Najee Harris, here comes the next guy up. We lost Jalen Waddle, here comes, dang it, I don't remember his name. But it's just like, next person up, next person up, next person up. And it doesn't matter. We're still dominant. We're still a dominant football team. It doesn't matter in the slightest. It doesn't. So, honestly, I don't know how Alabama's only favored by 14.5 in this game. It should be more. I legitimately do believe that. Now, last week against Mercer, they came out sleepy, and there's a reason why Alabama was trash-talking before the game about how they weren't preparing well enough for Mercer, how they were being lazy. And honestly, Mercer didn't look out of their element early in the game. Now, obviously, as the game wore on, Mercer was out of their element. But that's just not good things for Alabama, and you know Nick Saban gave them a firm talking to. It's just like, I don't see anyone winning this game other than Alabama. This is obviously Alabama's game to lose. Now, have they made a lot of mistakes in the past? Like they've done it. They have come close to losing before. But the fact is they have the longest win streak and the longest active win streak in the NCAA. I don't see that stopping now. Give me Alabama to beat Florida. Cover that 14.5 point spread as well.